morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It's coming on 7 a.m., March 16th. Day. Tick strike action in the back, which I'll get over into a second. But yes, I am going to shamelessly plug why the spread room is money, especially when you've got a VIX where you're at and you're getting these tight ranges. Yes, about those bullish put spread prices, all alert. Private messages coming back and forth, a lot of private messages coming at the end of the day about how much money was made. And there you go. You had 100% on what we've been going all week: 38.55, 38.50, 38.10, 38.05s, greater than 30%, 37.65, 37.60, safe, greater than 10%. And that crazy trade, again, I was confident all day long in that spread room, talking about we were going to be looking at that boom. We were looking at that boom coming up. Minus 1% being that 38.80. I liked it a lot. Liked that we were going to be getting up there. Come on down as we got into the late morning. Where were we? Because it got a little bit sketchy there in the middle of the afternoon. 2 o'clock, 2:30, looking for a break. 38.77 starts to break. Still like it closing above 38.55, expecting it to close above 38.80. And as you saw, we got to close at 38.91.93 yesterday. Bam, bam, above that minus 1% level. 250% boom on that 38.80, 38.75, greater than. Someone messaged me they almost got $4. Pretty damn. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and just go over the daily charts. Very, blasé. You're looking at a buy divergence here on the Dow. It's pending, obviously pending, and you've broken below this 32,000 area. So definitely looking for some support to come around, especially being under the 200-day moving average. We will be looking forward to this as you come over here and show you real quick. Here's crude oil. Crude oil has dropped all the way down to the December lows, almost to the December lows from 2021. Complete collapse over there on crude. Crude gets a little bit down, you get a little bit of over there on those oil stocks, and everybody knows Warren Buffett went out and bought more Oxy yesterday with his Berkshire Hathaway. Here is our NASDAQ. Again, NASDAQ not going to do that bullish crossover, doing all the work this week. Starting to get a little bit work. When they move into the Dow, it's all going to come from the NASDAQ. So again, I'm saying be very, very cautious about this NASDAQ being up here around 300 on the QQQ. SPX, I'm still going to say that I like the view that we went into in the beginning of the week, heading into this week, that this was quad, but that we were looking for that low to be placed right there as early as that Monday because markets don't bottom on Fridays. I still like this look, but I'm being very cautious about being confident with it and not deploying any kind of resources over there to those target dates in April. Not yet. And over here, you got the Russell. The Russell with a very, very clear buy divergence on the daily, but still pending because, again, you've got all of your shitty banks and you've got all of your shitty oil companies that are all over here. So a lot to be said. But you know what? You guys really need to congratulate yourselves. You need to congratulate yourselves because you have just survived a domestic and an international bank collapse. And you still had dinner last night. Anyway, really quick here on to Facebook. Facebook, I'm looking at a big view. Not going to be for a while until that trend line. But you're going to sit here and tell me that off of that November low is going to go and looking at $6 above 200 because of a fucking TikTok ban in the U.S. that people are going to go and life. A little bit too much selling happening here. Gonna have to turn the tick strike off. So going back to where we were with Facebook. Facebook here, I'm looking at what I showed you there in the charts over in the email, looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 being perfect up here right around this 200 level. You've also got your 61.8 retracement or 38.2, however you draw it to the all-time highs. I like this over here. I still believe that everything over 185 is fake. This being 185 over here. Here is your Tuesday, your Wednesday, your Thursday. A lot of money running in here for whatever reasons it is. You still have earnings coming up here in April, the end of April, and who in the hell is spending money on ads on Facebook? So, moving on. The ES futures, here we are. We are pressing on that 39.13 right here. Not a good thing to be pressing on. This is essentially your bull bear line for the week. Looking at right now about a minus 10-point move, which would take the ES or the SPX down to around that 38.80 level. Not a fantastic spot to be in, but it does look pretty good. Look over here on the NASDAQ. And your NASDAQ futures are well above where anything with the SPX is. But again, want you to very well pay attention to that. This very close visit to that September 2020 highs. Not a super place to be confident about, but it's still hanging on. This 12,368 is definitely going to be important. As you can see, it was resistance over here back on Tuesday and Wednesday. 12,368, which is going to make your difference on your QQQ, because I think I already have it up, but pull it up over here. 284.73 on Monday morning, and you are up here tagging 300. Not the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious view that you want to be with, because that 300 has been a horrific area to be at all the way back here to April. So we look good. We look good, but not something you want to be going and running into and throwing something new into. SPY. Here's our gap that we need to fill, and we came up into it overnight, and obviously right now we are retracing back down from it and have a fractional additional gap to the upside to be filled. Same thing, 387.26, big spot over here. Got your falling trend line from 2022, and you really need to be aware that even though you are going to see a closing price of whatever it may be today, tonight it will drop around $1.50 for the dividend that gets paid out. So you don't want to be overexposed because you're looking on the chain and saying, wow, the 390 calls look really cheap for tomorrow. This is going to be dropping overnight. So don't go and put yourself in front of a problem. The VIX. We've been hanging here at 28 all week. Everything above 28 has been given up. 28 is very significant. 28.84 is even more significant. This 30 scared a lot of people during the course of this week, and it should have, because 30 is not a nice place to be. But as of right now, we are continuing to still do it. Even though we have broken down 3 days out of these last 4 in this dip, since we had that big high over there at 40.80, we've broken down below that bear market line. We're still closing above it. We've fractionally closed above it there on Monday, and that was a nail biter. I remember Eric sent me that message, but it worked. So, yeah, I am still very confident with what I've shared there in the emails and what I've shared there in the chat room. And I do believe that after we get the ECB meeting this morning, we are already going to know what our pathway is before we get to the opening bell. And after the opening bell, as usual, the chat room is alive and kicking. I will see you guys in the chat room, and I wish you the greatest of great Thursdays before quad witching OPEX tomorrow.